Do you struggle with guilt, feeling joyful and happy when you see so many people suffering in life? For instance, like the recent Hurricane Helene, and there's so much devastation. Do you find that you feel guilty to express your own joy and happiness? That it is more appropriate to be in a state of sorrow, grief for the loss of life and for those survivors? Do you feel it's more appropriate to suffer with them as an empath? I think that even our empathy is something that was programmed through our childhood upbringing, because I feel this in myself. There is this subtle guilt of how can I be happy and joyful if so many people are not afforded the luxury of happiness and joy because life has dealt them another trauma, another catastrophe. How dare I be joyful in the face of people's calamity, right? But we can't all sync our vibration and frequency into sorrow. Imagine the whole world diving into deep sorrow with those who are grieving. Do you realize what that would do to the planet? Do you realize what would happen? The planet would die. Because the planet and the life on it depends on certain vibrations, life-giving vibrations. And I can only say thank God that we're not all going into grief and sorrow state. I don't want to sound heartless in saying this. And there is a time to watch, and listen to people that are in a state of sorrow, that are experiencing loss and grief. There is a time to listen, to give them our presence. But we cannot stay in a perpetual state of grief and sorrow with them. And at some point we're going to have to turn those channels off so that we can get back to the frequency of life vibrations, right? So we can't all go into the vibration of sorrow or the planet will die. So back to my question. Do you feel like may your empathy be fueled by a sense of guilt for being happy when other people are in deep sorrow? Do you feel guilty for experiencing joy? This is going to lead back into some childhood programming and trauma. Where was this instilled? that you can't be happy when other people are crying. I think even in that we need to individuate and elevate, maintain the vibrations of life, living vibrations, not the vibrations of dying, right? So I think that's a good question to think about. And I saw someone else make a YouTube video, and they said, unless you are directly affected by the disaster and are in the disaster zone, don't succumb to these vibrations of sorrow. If it's not directly affecting you, if you're just responding to the media images that are playing your emotions, right? If you personally do not have a legitimate reason to feel sorrowful, don't maintain the vibration of sorrow. You're here to hold the balance. We need people that raise the vibration into joy vibration, into the upper vibrations, the happy vibrations, to balance the energy on the planet. So just a heads up, please do not let your empathetic nature take you down into these sorrow vibrations if you are not experiencing sorrow in your life, if you don't have a legitimate reason of loss, right? We need your life vibrations. We need your vibrations of vitality. So come back up and bring some joy to this life. Bring some joy to this world. Your joy is needed.